So I keep shaking. I didn't even realize it was shaking. There we go. That's better. It's a little better. So let me tell you how funny life is. Let me tell you how funny God is. Let me tell you how funny the universe is. Yesterday I was just diving through YouTube and watching this couple of videos and stuff like that, and I came across this one video with this gentleman. His name is Smart. He's a rapper named Smart. And watching him on the podcast that I was looking at, I was like, okay, all right. You know, he seemed like he has some sense and stuff, and just listening to him and just listening to his story and stuff like that. So did a little deep dive and looked for his Instagram, found other podcasts that he done interviews on, and he said something that stuck out to me, and I really, really, really liked it. I ended up posting it and stuff like that. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel creates an emotion. Emotion is a vibration. Vibration turns into a magnet. You attract. You attract things. You bring it to you. More or less, that's what he said. And life and death is of the tongue. And that really stuck out to me because I was like, man, I like that. Because, I always used to wonder, when I was younger, I used to wonder why every time I was depressed, I'd be able to write. But I would write like depressing things. Anytime I experienced a heartbreak, I'd be able to write, Anytime I experienced, let's just say, a night of passion, just high emotions, like I'd feel the most creative. I'd feel like that's where the juices would start coming. Because by no means do I think I'm a poet. Do I think I can rap? But I always get that notion, that push to write what I'm feeling whenever I'm feeling those high things and stuff. And, coming off of what he's saying, what you think, that creates the emotion. So it's just that my thoughts were so rampant on whatever the situation was. That's what brought me to that place, And, disclaimer, by no means am I saying when people are truly going through a depressive state, which they need, they literally have a chemical imbalance in their head, and that's something different. I'm talking about when the things in your life are affecting you so deeply, you bring yourself down to a state where you feel like you can't pull yourself out of. That's what I'm talking about, the emotional aspect of it. And over the years, I would always write stuff whenever I was in these states of mind. So hearing him say that, it really struck a chord with me, and I really liked that. And I said, I got to try to keep that in my memory banks. That's something I want to keep, I would like to bestow that wisdom on other people, whenever it seems fit. So with that being said, that little intro, let me tell you how this morning went. All right, so I got home last night. I went out riding, cleared my head, got some air, went out riding, wanted to get some wings, but you don't really need to be spending money on unnecessary things right now. So, stopped at the grocery store, grabbed me a couple knickknacks, and went in the house, made me something to eat. So by the time I laid down, by the time I tried to unwind, I was on my phone looking for things, looking to set up some things for the next day. It was already like 12:30, something like that. So I needed to be up at 3:45. I didn't go to sleep till about 1, but I set my alarm, put my phone next to me, kept the light on, because I said, you know what, I don't need to be too comfortable. Let me make sure I'm still awake and I don't go into a deep sleep, But you can already tell what happened. I went into a deep sleep. Missed my alarm, missed what it is I needed to get up for. Okay. A little ticked off, but it is what it is. I went back to sleep. My man's hit me to, he needed me to do something for him in the morning at around 9 o'clock. He needed me to do something for him. Told him I got him, I'm a man of my word. I like to keep my word. I like to keep my promises, and do what needs to be done. Overslept. I was late for that. Now, that thing I was late for, let me tell you what happened with that. Woke up to a text message. I was like, oh crap, overslept, throwing my pants on my way. I'm driving. I get hit with an accident. Must have just happened. Slows me down. Okay. Get on the highway. Slows me down. Something it's past, everybody's at work already. Why is there traffic here? Slows me down. Okay. Get to where I need to get to. Pick up who I need to pick up. Gotta get them over to where I gotta get them over to. I only got 8 minutes to get them there. I'm like, get in the car, let's go. Drive like a bat out of hell. I get them there. But I don't get them there without hitting 2 patches of traffic, which usually is not there this time in the morning. No accident. So, by golly, it seems like everything's like, just what's going on? I mean, everything's being thrown at me right now. So, I get them to where I have to get them to. Of course, it's not on time. We figured out some things, be able to make it up a little bit later and stuff like that, you know. Now, with that being said, right, felt myself, you know, doing what I do, getting down, getting emotional, getting upset because things did not work out. Because not only did I miss what I needed to miss in the morning, I messed up and missed something else in the evening time. So that's 2 big notches right there. That's 2 big knocks to my ego, to my pride. Like I said, I pride myself in getting things done and just, you know, doing what I have to do, making sure things is finished, fixed, whatever. So I'm starting to feel down, and it hits me like, hold on, something ain't right here. Now, I understand some people don't believe, and I understand some people, you know, they just take it for what it is. And I understand some people will look at this and be like, no, you're just a screw up. You just messed up, this and that, or whatever. Just like, no, there's no grand plan and this and that. You messed up. It is what it is. Deal with it. Take it for what it is. I do agree with that in a certain aspect, to a certain extent. But because I believe in what I believe in, I look at things a little bit differently. And I'm like, everything just seemed to be on the other side of me today. Like, just, usually things just run a bit smoother. And I understand that life is what it is and it throws things at you. But, you know, I choose to look at it from a different perspective. Like, look, this happened, that happened, this happened. And me talking to the individual, I'm like, yo, this wasn't meant to happen at this moment right now. I don't know why. And they agreed. And I sat back and I looked at it and I'm like, for whatever reason, I didn't get up this morning, do what I was supposed to do. For whatever reason, I was late for this. For whatever reason, all of these things happened. It slowed me up. It this, it that. Everything happened for a reason. And I sat there and I thought about it and it hit me. How you feel is what creates how you think, is what creates how you feel. How you feel is what creates an emotion. Emotion is a vibration that turns into a magnet that you attract things to you. How I was feeling was like I was a failure. Feeling like a failure is going to make me get emotional and depressed and down. I get down, that's that emotion with me. I'm going to start attracting that negative feeling, that negative aspect of things, and start looking at the wrong. And again, with the negative, you know what I'm saying? I'm pulling negative to me. To me, this is how I'm interpreting it in my mind. So if I'm wrong, you know, whatever. Anybody that's on the other end of that spectrum, that's in a positive today, or that's just on a, a good wavelength today, my negative is going to be pushing against them. So I'm going to push away. So I look at it like I'm going to push away all positivity. That negative that I would have been, that state of mind that I would have been in, would have gotten me to a point where, I would have said things out loud. You're no good. You're never any good. Things don't work out for you because it's not meant to work out for you, because you're a failure. Your mouthpiece is a powerful instrument. Powerful. And when you say things like that, when you put that out into the world, when you give off that energy, what do you think is going to come back to you? What you think is how you feel. How you feel creates an emotion. All of that, it all has a trickle effect. You have to change how you think. You have to change how you view things. You have to catch yourself. If you are like me, self-deprecating at times and woe is me and all of this type of stuff, you got to change the way you think. I ain't out here saying like, you starving in a ditch somewhere and just think positivity, like, and you got to put the work in too. What I'm saying is, with things, when curveballs are thrown your way, you know what I'm saying? Try to just take it in stride, And I know it always boils back down to that. I know it's easier said than done. I know I probably have 5-6 videos saying the same exact thing, and this will be number 8. So, listen to me. What you think, how you think, this is how you're going to feel. How you feel is going to create that emotion. And that emotion that you put out there is going to attract what it is that you're going to attract. And whatever comes out of your mouth is that karmic energy that's going to come back to you in some way, shape, or fashion. So I say that to say how quickly that lesson came back. And I mean, anybody you can see my page. I literally just posted this like maybe 16, 17 hours ago. How quickly I had to utilize that lesson. How quickly I had to learn that lesson and put it to use. Now, even though in some way, shape or form, I've always used that lesson, and I may have not bounced back as quickly, but this time I passed. The light bulb should go off one day and just say, you know what? Lord, forgive me. Shit happens. Shit happens. Take it for what it is, man. Freaking stone gets thrown in your way, a big old boulder gets put in your path, climb over it. Find another way. Damn. Take a second. Damn. Really? Really? Really, life? Really? All right. I got you. I'm going another way. I will figure it out. Shout outs to that rapper, man. His name is Smart, man. I forgot what his Instagram is. I don't know him. This ain't no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the man. It just that one thing he said really stuck out to me, and it's just stayed with me. And you gotta pick up on things, man. You gotta listen to things, and you gotta learn from other individuals and stuff. And I just pray that, through all videos that I've done, through all the postings that I've done, not the nasty stuff, the wise stuff. I just pray that how I felt about that gentleman, I pray that somebody else feels that way about me. I say something that just makes a light bulb go off. That's all I hope for. you know, and to be rich, you know, but right now I'll settle with, you know, teaching the masses, you know, or excuse me, sorry, the 1 or 2 people that actually look at me. All right, I'm gone. Have a good one.